Hi everybody, how you doing today? I'm going to go ahead and make a video today about milling up about a dozen smaller hemlock trees. They run about 6 to 12 or maybe 14 inches in diameter. But instead of just showing you all the process of milling itself, I want to kind of show you, behind the scenes everything that happens. I'm going to go ahead and drag the logs out of the woods up here with my trailer, get them all stacked up. I'm going to cut them, stack all the finished wood, and then of course I'm going to have leftover scrap at the end, which I will turn into the little stickers, the little 1x1 sticks. And then cut up some firewood with whatever's left. So I kind of want to give you a run through the entire process besides just what goes on at the saw, because there's a little bit more involved to it. And at the end we'll discuss how much gasoline I used and any other expendables and things like that. So hope you guys find this interesting, and let's get to it. Okay, here I am above my vegetable garden in the little orchard that we're building, our little mini orchard here. And I've been working on clearing hemlocks over on this side of the fire road. They're all basically diseased and dying, like I've mentioned before. So I've been cleaning them out, loading them up here on my trailer, dragging them down to the sawmill down there, and I'm gonna go out and go ahead and make some 2x4s, I think, today. There we go. A couple of 2x4s and a 1x4. Now that was one of the smaller logs out of here, more curly ones. I'll probably get some much nicer stuff out of some of these bigger ones. Notice there's no sawdust coming out the chute. It's coming out on my left side now, over on this, on the operator side, so that thing's plugged. Oh yeah, it's full. Woo. All right, just barely getting started here this afternoon. Got my first two boards cut, and we have two 2x4s, a 1x4, and 7 1x8s, all Hemlock, 9 feet long. All right, I want to go in, have a drink, cool off, and then come back out and hit it again. All right, I'm getting down to the end of the pile, but I've been piling my scrap wood here in the trailer, and I definitely think I overloaded the trailer the other day. I don't know. I'll let you guys be the judge. Either way, I went ahead, got out my sawbuck, put all of them on there, and chopped them all up into nice 16-inch long firewood size pieces. Okay, that is the last of the official pile that I pulled out. All right, question of the day is how much wood did we end up with that small pile of hemlocks that I just cut up? Well, first of all, we've got the stack of 1x material. I'll put a list of all this stuff up on the screen so you guys can see exactly what I ended up with. But this is a combination of 1x4, 1x6, and 1x8. And then this second pile over here is just entirely 2x4s. And all this stuff is cut about 9 feet long, so after I trim off the ends, I'm considering these to be 8-footers. Alright, now of course I have all this leftover scrap that I have to cut up and deal with, and this stuff will make great firewood. So let me get this stuff chopped up here. Alright, I got all the last funky little bits with a whole ton of weighing on it put on here. I'm going to make some stickers. As you can see, I've been kind of making them as I went. Got a nice pile going here. But that is about the last bit of my scrap that I have to clean up. So let me get this stuff cut down into little 1x1s. Okay, this is one of the necessary things you have to do with milling, is you have to continuously make a pile of stickers. You need little 1x1 spacers to spread the wood apart to dry. And it's one of the more tedious things to do, but it's a great way to use all of the scrap. And my wood piles are about 48 inches wide, so I'm going to cut these stickers to length at about 50 inches, so I have a little bit of overhang to use. Stickers are made. And of course I end up with a ton of sawdust. In this little batch of about, I don't know, a little over a dozen little timbers, I ended up with 5 wheelbarrows of sawdust. Okay, here we go. The saw bed is all cleaned up. I got all the sawdust cleaned off. Got my nice big pile of wood over here, which is about 2 dozen each of 2x4s, 1x6s, and 1x8s, and then a couple of 1x4s thrown in on top for good measure. Then, of course, in addition to that, I ended up with a little bit of firewood down here. I wouldn't say it's quite a face cord, but it's probably getting close. 3 tiers deep. All right, so there we go. Everything's all milled up. I'm all cleaned up, made all my stickers, put away all my firewood. So let's talk a little bit about time frame and things like that. The cutting at the saw itself, I would say, probably took maybe 6 to 8 hours. I did it mostly, a couple hours at night after work, and then finished it up on the weekend. Loading the logs down here to get them at the saw took me almost a half a day because I'm doing it all manually. I don't have a bucket truck or a tractor or anything to pick stuff up. So that of course takes me a little bit of time. As far as processing the firewood and the stickers, those together probably took another 3 hours or so. Mostly in the stacking of the wood. That was probably about the slowest part of all of it. So as far as expendables go, I did actually dull one blade right near the end, so I did change a blade, and those run about $20 currently. And I used 2 tanks of gas on the saw, which is about 4 gallons, which is about $3.5 million right now, but that's a whole nother story. So I hope you guys find this interesting, kind of give you an idea of the, everything that's involved besides just the cutting itself, and I hope to see you guys back soon.